I was thinking that like the next time I did a video that maybe I would like do my hair and put on some makeup and stuff for you guys, but instead I worked a late shift last night, and so I'm on about 3.5 hours of sleep after taking my kid to school. I'm drinking coffee, and I'm watching Ghosted, which I have been eagerly awaiting because here's some of the. I'm sorry, my leaf blowers are outside. Not my leaf blowers. My condo complex's leaf blowers. So, of course, I'm Chris Evans. Okay, so if you know, it says right there in my bio, Marvel for life. Like, Marvel is one of my favorite. Did I change my bio recently? I can't remember. Anyway, I love Marvel. I'm obsessed with Marvel stuff. And so to me, Chris Evans is Captain America, and I'm not sure if I've even watched anything else with Chris Evans not being Captain America, which seems odd, and I'm going to have to go and look, but I feel like I did. No, I was going to say I watched that Fantastic Four movie where he was the character that he was, uh, you know, Mr. Fantastic's brother in law, Sue Storm's brother. Um, but I literally don't know if I've watched Chris Evans be anything except Captain America. And so the first thing that I'm noticing is that I don't know, we're at like a farmer's market or something, and he is just like sitting at his booth. He's just like working his booth at the farmer's market. I think he's like I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I got distracted because I was staring at Chris Evans, but it has something to do with either vegetables or plants or something. And and then like you look at his face and it's like he is just so, for in my opinion, like he's too handsome to be an actual person that you would ever see in life, like like working at a farmer's market, or like working in an office, or like I was gonna say on a fire truck, but like if any place, like I feel like maybe you could see him on a fire truck because I mean everybody loves firemen, and there's a reason for that. It's because there's a lot of hot firemen out there, but I'm being I was literally like just thinking, what would I do if I went to a farmer's market and like, and by the way, like I never go to farmers markets, and it's ridiculous because I live in an area where there are lots of them, and it's just bananas that I don't do it. It's just stupid. But then I also, okay, I'm not going to go down that road. Anyway, I was going to say I also barely go grocery shopping because I was still getting stuff delivered, but I'm also trying to turn a new leaf. Turn a new leaf? Turn over a new leaf? You guys, I'm really tired. Anyway, anyway, I just can't imagine if I was at a farmer's market and I saw somebody who looked like Chris Evans. I would like lose my mind. And I mean, there's plenty of people in the world, and maybe, you know what I think it is? Maybe it's not just that he's so handsome, it's just that it would literally be like I went to the farmer's market and Captain America was working at the farmer's market. I think that's the problem, um, for me. So this is going to take a minute to get used to the fact that he's just some guy and not Captain America. Anna de Armas, like I only know her from Knives Out, and she's so interesting to me because she looks different every time that I've seen her. Like when I first, the character she plays in Knives Out is kind of a, for lack of a better word, kind of mousy. But that's what her character's supposed to be like, kind of like in the background person sort of thing, this caretaker, um, and like dark hair and stuff. And then the next time I see her, I didn't see the movie, but she's in Blonde and she looks like Marilyn Monroe. And now she's got this like lighter color hair and stuff. So she's something of a chameleon, I guess. So that's not the right word either. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this while I'm tired. Anyway, I'm gonna go try to watch this movie. I can't believe I talked for 4 minutes about how the Captain America is working at a farmer's market. Let me go watch this movie and see what I think, though. Okay, bye. You can really tell I'm tired when I find an article because okay, her hair is distracting me, and I'm like, is she wearing a wig? And then I find an article that says like everybody's asking, uh, is she wearing a wig? And then some people made some really funny comments, and I'll post some of that stuff like right here. Um, Maybe it's not a wig, but it looks like a wig. But whatever. She's still lovely. And in the article, it says that she's appeared with Chris Evans in in two other movies. And I'm like, duh. I literally mentioned that the first time I ever saw her was in Knives Out. And that's where Chris Evans was. So, yes, I have seen Chris Evans in something where he wasn't Captain America. And I'm an idiot, but I'm also really tired. God, I look a wreck. You know, maybe there could be people that would like go to try to, they would be like, I'm going to try, I wanted to see what this lady had to say about this movie because I'm bored, but like she looks so terrible, like I can't even stand to look at her face right now. So then that's when I say, just put this on, let this run while you do some sort of chore. Like, that's, I mean, granted, sometimes I post little things for you to look at, but mostly you could just put this on and then again scrub your toilet or something. So okay, back to it. Amy Sedaris is playing Chris Evans' mom. Is she old enough to be Chris Evans' mom? That doesn't seem like it should be a thing. I mean, I would assume she's older than Chris Evans. Now I have to go look it up. The guy who's playing his dad looks familiar and doesn't look quite old enough to be Chris Evans' dad either. But anyway, okay, I'm going to go look it up. Okay, this movie I don't think is good, probably. I'm still going to watch it though. And uh, so there's a scene in the beginning where they're on this date. They go on like this all day, all night date, and they're about to run up some stairs. And he has all these things that he's like in his pockets, and she's like, "I'll carry those in my purse." One of them is his inhaler, and he's working at the farm. He's a farmer with his dad, played by Tate Donovan, who I thought that was Tate Donovan, who's also too young. Basically, Tate Donovan would have been like 18. Well, I probably already mentioned this, but Tate Donovan's, could biologically be his dad because he was 18 when Chris Evans was born and Amy Sedaris was 20, but still, I think it's stupid casting. Just cast some people that are older. And uh, so one of he puts the inhaler in her purse, and so he's working on the farm, and dad says he needs to hit his inhaler because he sounds like he's breathing hard. Then he realizes he left it in her purse, and so then he has a tracker, like a tile on the inhaler, and which I guess could be a thing that you could do, but like, my kid has had inhalers, and I've had inhalers like for like when I had a really, really bad cough. And like, for us, luckily because of our insurance, they're $5 or $10, maybe. So like, and you use it for a certain amount of time and then it like runs out and then you get a new one. So I don't know, it seems like an odd thing to put a tracker on. But that's just me. Anyway, so tracks it and it shows up in England, in London. And so he decides it would be romantic to fly to England to go find his inhaler and to surprise her because she's not answering any of his texts. So that's where we're going to be. That's how this adventure is going to start. And yeah, between that and Tate Donovan's no mustache but a beard, it's for some people. Some people like that, and I think it's. I don't know. I'm not a fan. And yeah. Anyway, I'm still gonna watch this movie. I'm gonna make it to the end. I don't. I think probably. Okay, I'm gonna go back now. Wow, I really look like a sea hag. Max, what's the matter with you? What's the matter, you? What's the matter, you? He's complaining about something. Anyway, I finished the movie. The movie is, I'm going to say, it's kind of a mess. I cannot say whether or not you should watch this movie. I watched the movie and I I guess I'm glad I watched it. It did make me laugh out loud a couple of times. But it is really kind of, it's kind of a mess. Um It's got four people listed as writers on this movie. Two of them worked on Deadpool, maybe Deadpool and Deadpool 2, which are great movies, particularly Deadpool. And then two of them worked on No Way Home, which is like in my top three or top five favorite Marvel movies. So, like, you would think that that would produce something that was less of a mess. And I do think it would be a mess even if I wasn't tired. And it's hard to explain what I mean when I say it's a mess. I mean, there's just, I don't know. You really have to suspend your disbelief. There's that. But then, I don't know. The villain, Adrian Brody, I'm not sure he's a great villain. And I think that um, in this particular movie, I think that being tired made it hard for me to understand. I mean, there was a thing that they wanted, and as happens in movies like this, there's a thing that everybody is trying to get, and it's worth a lot of money, and there were a lot of people involved. There's a lot of shooting, there's a lot of killing and stuff, but it's like, you know, nothing it's between Marvel, Marvel movie level of that, and it's definitely not Deadpool level of that, but I mean, um I don't know. I'm so conflicted right now. I mean, cuz I just at one point was just like pretty people, bang bang, um couple of laughs, and but at the same time I wasn't bored. May, so yeah, I mean, I don't but I could not go around saying I watched this great movie and you should watch this movie at all. So I can only tell you this. If you love Chris Evans, if you love Anna de Armas, who at the end has beautiful brown hair again, because they show it's like 3 months later, and she's changed her hair back to what I'm sure her hair probably looks like in real life. Um, if you can get past Tate Donovan's ridiculous beard, luckily he's not in it that much with that beard that drove me crazy. Um, and the fact that they seem too young to be his parents, the sister seems too young to be his sister, little stuff like that. But I think maybe it was the villains were a little too like I don't want to say too villainy, but I guess but okay, sorry. The other thing is that without any spoilers, if you are a Marvel fan, there are some really super fun cameos in this movie. So let me just say that. Like, delightful, fun, short, well, because they're cameos that I think you'll enjoy. Another one that's not Marvel related, but I enjoyed thoroughly. So I did enjoy the cameos. But I don't know. I just wanted it to be better. I just wanted it to be better than it was. It didn't suck. I watched the whole thing, but I can't even fully explain what it was that didn't work. So maybe I'm gonna like take a nap and like think about this, and when I put this together, it'll make more sense why I thought it was a mess. Or maybe I'll go read some reviews and somebody will say something and I'll be like, yes, that's what it was. But anyway, maybe I will by the time I put this together figure out if I should tell you if you should watch it or not. If you're somebody who would just want to sit there and watch Chris Evans like read, you know, the phone book to you, like we would say in the old days because people don't use phone books anymore, then like go ahead and watch it. Like go ahead and put it on because there were times where I just kind of didn't pay attention because I mean, yeah, I there were times where I wanted the writing to be better than it was, I guess. Lots of action, lots of creative action scenes. And again, there were some laughs in there too. And yeah, so that's I at the end I still don't know. But I'm going to try to figure it out by the time that I post this. So, anyways, always thanks for listening. If you were able to keep up with this, You're fantastic. So it's time for me to take a nap. Okay, bye.